Hey guys! First, I want to apologize if you hear any background noise. You know how my uncle is. He likes to blare his shit at max volume sometimes. So yeah. As you guys know, today is daylight saving time, as it's so called. Oh my freaking gosh. The logic behind daylight saving time is just flawed. It is flawed. You know, people tell you, oh, it's to save energy. It makes the days longer. No. No. It does not do either of those things. Daylight savings time does not actually make the days longer. It just makes the sunrise and sunset schedule an hour, it just moves it an hour forward. You're basically taking a blanket, right? You're cutting off the top and gluing it to the bottom. Does it make the blanket bigger? No, it does not. You're just moving some of it. You're just moving some of the blanket, over a little bit. You're moving it to the bottom. That's what daylight savings time is like, By moving the clock an hour forward, there's more daylight in the evening, but there's not as much daylight in the morning. You're moving it to the evening. And honestly, I kind of prefer the sun to come up. I feel like sunlight should be in the morning and and then the nighttime should come earlier. I kind of feel like that. Besides, it's just a pain in the ass to have to, you have to remember it. You have to figure out which clocks you need to set, It just causes confusion. And some people may forget about daylight savings time, They may even be late to work or school the next day. Okay, I'm gonna come up with an example. Say there's a girl named Kathy, right? And it's the Monday after daylight savings time. Her and her family forgot about it, so the clocks are all an hour behind. And they have no idea. I mean, I know some clocks set themselves, but for the sake of this example, they don't have any of those clocks or electronics that do that, Okay, say it's 7 o'clock, or say they think it's 7 o'clock, but it's 8 o'clock, and she has, and she's takes the next hour to get ready, and when she arrives to school, it's already 9 o'clock, but she thinks it's 8 o'clock, she thinks she's arrived on time, but she didn't, because, daylight savings time. And then, like, and then let's say she has, like, 3 tardies, and when she gets another one, she gets it, like, after school detention or something. And, it happens, like, she walks in at 9 o'clock p.m. and the principal's like, "You're an hour late, Miss Kathy. That's it. You must report to after-school detention this afternoon." Screw that. Like, no one wants to deal with that shit, all because of daylight savings time. And then, like, she also missed her first class, so she has to make up the work tomorrow and stress herself out even more. Plus, it's just not safe. I mean, I do like. I mean, I do actually kind of like having the days be later because, or the sun to come up later because, I have this freaking window and Uncle Junior doesn't want us nailing any blockage to it. So I do like that, It makes the sun seem like it comes up later for a little bit. So it's easier to sleep in, the sun doesn't seem like it's coming up early. But at the same time, it's also not safe, Like, it's dark, people have to, people can't really see where they're, like, going, like, when they're getting to school or walking to the bus or to the truck, People can't really see where they're going because it's pitch black outside because of daylight savings time, right? Like, I'm going to tell you a story that actually happened to me. And I remember the exact date. It was Friday, March 27th, 2015. Okay? I was supposed to go on a field trip for my anatomy and physiology class. So, yeah, I get ready for school and for the field trip, just like any normal day. And then, like, when I get outside, like, I get to the car, I think, I was, like, excited because for the field trip, and it was Friday, and I couldn't see where I was going because it was pitch black outside, So what happened was I tripped and I, like, sprained my ankle, so, and it was hard to get around and I had to miss Friday, I had to miss Friday. And then, I can't remember if I also missed Monday or not, but I do remember that I had to miss Friday, and my ankle was just in pain for the next few days. Another bad thing about daylight saving time is it's just bad for your health, It confuses your body, it makes you think it's a time when when it's actually not a certain time. And that's bad for your body. That can lead to heart attacks and other health problems. I also heard daylight savings time is linked to depression and suicide attempts. It's like, why the fuck is this still a thing when people know that it causes all these problems? I don't get it. I mean, there are a couple of things I do like about daylight savings time. One, I don't have to deal with the sun beaming through my window when I'm trying to sleep until a little bit later. Two, it makes time feel like it's going by faster, which I know I said that I hated that. I usually hate that, like when I'm enjoying myself, but right now I'm really looking forward to the March 20th for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, for once I'm actually going to be glad that time is flying by, even when I am having fun. So yeah, that's another good thing. And three, it's good for people who, stay out late, go outside, or, have after school activities, or, have later work hours, the sun will be out later. But other than that, I don't think daylight savings time is a good idea. Like, it causes people to be grumpy. It causes people to want to punch walls. It causes people to just be pissed off. It causes drowsiness. It causes heart attacks. It causes depression. It causes suicide attempts. I'm not making that up. Like, I actually found a video where it said it causes suicide attempts. It's like, I just don't get it. Another stupid excuse people use is it saves energy. Like I said earlier, it does not actually save energy. For one thing, it doesn't actually make the days go by longer. It just makes them later. It also makes the nights end later. And people will still have electronics on during the day, So that's another sorry excuse for an excuse. As for the one in November, I like it because one, we get our hour back. Two, I like it. I'm a nighttime person, I prefer nighttime over daytime, so I like it when the sun goes down earlier. And number three, wait, I don't know. I think it's just those two things. But yeah, or number three, it's the normal one, so, But at the same time, you know what I think should happen? I think this should be our last daylight savings time. It ends in November, and we can just do away with this sorry waste of a practice. Let's see, am I missing anything? Oh, I got a text message again. Sorry about that. Let's see. I think that's about it, you know. Point is, daylight savings time causes more problems than it does benefits. You know, I think it should just get abolished and be in some existence. And for the people who just say, oh, just move to Arizona, or just move to a place that doesn't have daylight saving time. It's not that easy, guys. People have shit going on in their hometown. You can't just expect people just to be like, okay, we're moving to Arizona. Bye-bye, you know. People have obligations and responsibilities and lives in certain places, you know. Whether it's friends, family, you know, jobs, you know, that kind of stuff. Alright, anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Screw daylight savings time and the clock hole. Don't do drugs, people, because you're going to create stupid things like daylight savings time. I'll talk to you guys later.